Hello everyone, welcome to Oak Ridge v. Grizzlies. This game gets started. We have, my name's Aiden Pauley and we have Nico Horning on the mic. As he just joins us here.
Nice to be with you, Aiden, on this Wednesday evening. You know, starting off with the music intros and player intros, and
yeah,
now we're set up at the booth.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've been here. How's it going?
It's going great, you know, doing PA for the men's, and then happy to do some play-by-play action for the women's up here. It's going to be a good one tonight between Oak Ridge and Granite Bay. You know, both teams with productive records so far this season, and we'll see what they can do tonight, and let's have some fun.
Yeah, interesting that that clock ticked about 30 seconds while we were figuring out what to do off the inbound. They're correcting the time now. The correct time should be 7:48.
So Cotterell swinging it around to Howes now in the near corner. Howes is going to drive in, go towards the basket, and that's too hard. It'll stay Granite Bay ball. Inside, their whistle's blown.
No, we're going to have to watch out for foul trouble tonight. Their best player, as far as I've seen, is number 40, the center. So we're going to have to watch LRA and Tegan and their fouls. Just making sure they stay clean and composed on the defensive end. First one is up and in.
So the senior, Sydney Howes, at the line. And she goes 1 for 2. Ray with the rebound, and the Trojans are pushing up floor. Hellwig in the far corner of your screen off the hands of Delaney, and this is going the other way.
It's kind of a careless turnover there. Fortunate. If this game is a game that comes down to possessions, that's a costly one.
So still just a 1-0 ball game here to get things started tonight. Happy to have you here with us. TPSM, Trojan Pride Sports Marketing. And Brown will take this one for the Trojans after a turnover by Granite Bay. Ray inside, dishes it out to Crannell. Now at the top of the key is Brown. Brown's gonna dribble around the perimeter. Ray up top looking, she's got Hellwig. Crannell with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Delaney. Brown's gonna drive in, step back, 3 ball, no good, little long off the back iron. And Granite Bay will take it away.
You know, that's a good defensive possession for Granite Bay, and gotta focus. I think bringing the inside out a little bit more, setting screens will help get an open shot in the next possession.
So 7 seconds on the shot clock for the Grizzlies. Riley. And it'll be traveling. So the Trojans getting the ball back here still with 0 on the scoreboard. Looking to just get in the lane. Is that what we're doing here, Aiden?
No, that was back-to-back possessions where nothing was happening. Good defensive on both sides. That's a 3 ball.
And that's how the Oak Ridge scoring gets started in this ball game. Tegan Brown with the triple.
You know, last game, Oak Ridge played well, hit their shots, but struggled defensively, especially on the interior pressure. Hope to keep more of an identity down low tonight.
So that was Julia Riley with the long 3, no good on the other end. Brown is going to try and attempt another 3, and she hits. Tegan Brown.
2 for 2 already. If she's hitting her shots, there's no one else who can keep up.
Tegan Brown, obviously the Washington commit, you know. Sacramento Bee ranking her top few players in the Sacramento area. I mean, that's super impressive, and, you know, we're just lucky to have her here at Oak Ridge.
That is good. As a good defensive call by her on the switch.
So Robertson now swings it around and goes over the head of Got Him. Shot clock's going to expire.
Had a little pressure on that left side, but drained it regardless.
So Trojans with a 6-1 lead. Brown with the ball again.
I like it when they get the center involved up high. Opens up down low.
Knocked out of bounds by Granite Bay. You know, it's hard to make out these numbers. Green and silver jerseys for the Grizzlies.
Really is. Got her on steps.
Yep, Brown extra step there. Will be traveling. And Granite Bay will take possession.
So we've seen both refs call it for both sides quickly. That'll be something to focus on, as a lot of players will try and get a running start before putting the ball on the ground. But doesn't look like that's an option tonight.
So Julianne Cotterill up at the very deep top of the three-point line. Good hands by Hellwig, but she will get called for a reach-in foul.
Yes. Okay, it is a reach. Sorry, I was trying. I don't know why I thought it wasn't.
So this Oak Ridge team, obviously with a productive win last Friday against Rockland, 66-40. And Granite Bay also coming off a W against Whitney, 43-32, as the shot is good by Julia Riley.
You know, Oak Ridge last game just kind of pulled ahead early, and again, they didn't have enough identity down low to really pull away and seal the game. Rockland was able to kind of hang around just by getting inside, but that game was really a bigger lead than it ended up being on the scoreboard.
It was, and you know, Aiden, we talked about last game as well, what kind of production we would see from the Trojans when both Ella Ray and Tegan Brown were off the floor. And they hung in there. They defended their side of the court very well. And we'll see if they can manipulate that here again tonight.
We saw a lot of separation when they two were off the floor between shooters.
So Ray tried to get over to Delaney, but it's taken by Cotterill, the center. She's going to go inside, and she banks it home. Julianne Cotterill, the senior.
That's a much more difficult basket than she made it look.
Ray, a little spin move, try to get it back out. Another steal by the green and silver. So this is Julia Riley, now over to Cotterill.
You know, I like that they're getting the ball inside. One of my keys always is getting inside to open outside. But with 2 turnovers happening on back-to-back possessions, I'd like to see maybe someone else get inside and try and create that pass outside.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Cotterill gonna use her arm as leverage. Gets it over in the near corner to Got Him, and the shot clock will go off. And Granite Bay with, I think it's safe to say, a little bit of poor clock management here to start this game just in the possession.
Yeah, and really that was clock management, but that's also defense. I mean,
it is.
By the end, they had her below the baseline nearly, under the basket. It's good defensive possession from Oak Ridge.
So here's Tegan Brown. She'll attempt a deep three. That one barely hits the front rim. And it'll be out of bounds. Staying Oak Ridge ball.
A little bit of a heat check there. Nothing wrong with that.
So just over 3 minutes to go in this first quarter of action. You know, we kind of saw the same thing last time with Rockland and Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge was up 19-15 at the end of the first, and then exploded, took a 35-17 lead towards the end of the second. And right now, both teams, you know, staying very close within each other. We'll see what happens in this next quarter, Aiden.
Yeah, and that was led by 2 big shots from Tegan Brown, both threes. And good interior pressure. Like I said, later in the game, they struggled with interior pressure defensively, but when Rockledge struggled to get, I mean, would they have 6 points in that quarter? It was it really opened up the game.
So this is a steal. Right now it's a 2-on-2. Trojan's able to get back on defense though. Now top of the arc. And that one rolls in. Sydney Howes, the center, getting herself 3 points.
Had everyone boxed in. I mean, there was a kind of odd pass that happened where there was a handoff below the three-point line, but it opened up the shooter up top.
Lauren Marsh getting double teamed in the near corner. Brown, now Crandall up top. She'll attempt a three. Back iron, no good. Taken by Granite Bay.
You know, Granite Bay's doing a good job of kind of locking them down and not allowing the passing lanes to open up.
Double dribble. That's Julia Riley. And Julia Riley, a big name for this Granite Bay team. She is committed actually to CSU Bakersfield. Had 37 points in a win against Colfax before the new year, and Oak Ridge so far defending her very well.
Yeah. They're able to kind of deny her the ball too, as she's definitely an active shooting guard. 3 balls long.
That is a very long miss by Hellwig. She'll get it back. Just at the right side of the post, and that one's no good as well. Hellwig with a couple missed shots there on that last possession.
You know, Abby, a streaky shooter, she gets hot and she'll make 2-3 in a row, but then she'll struggle, especially from the wing areas. But she's also, what a lot of people don't see is her communication on defense. She's kind of been that lead dog on defense, calling out where people are. It's impressive to watch.
Cotterell with the basket on the other end for Granite Bay. They take a 10-6 lead. As Brown's in the far corner now, Crandall on the near corner. She'll attempt a three, and that's nothing but net. Jessica Crandall knocks it down.
That is a great shot over the defense. No, she's kind of the lead ball handler, and I want to see her take more shots because she had a really good game last game. The shots weren't falling, but she was getting the shots there. And if they're going to fall tonight, I expect something big.
So nice hands there by Lauren Marsh. Oak Ridge will take over after a Granite Bay foul. As Ava Edwards comes in for Crandall. So here's Brown, the near side. Over to Hellwig. Hellwig will now bring it to the left side of the court.
Oh, they had Tegan in the corner with a little bit of separation on the defender.
Edwards inside, Brooke Williams. Whistle's blown.
No, they got to be a step quicker passing the ball if they're going to run a play. I mean, if that was the play, that might not have been the main action, but Tegan had a step, and if they can get that ball to the wing and then to the corner, that could be a much more open shot than we've seen the past few possessions.
Ali Tenfani picking up the foul there as Brown is short on the three-pointer. And I believe Brown stepped out of bounds. Yes, Granite Bay will take over. Also coming in for the Trojans, Sophia Williams. The 5'4" freshman. As Hellwig, the defensive dog now, as Aiden calls her, subs out. So Stratton drives inside, and a nice feed to Howes. She'll get it off the glass and in.
That's a good pass. Kind of surrounded, able to slip through the defender.
Brown in the corner, now decides to put her head down, drive in, draws the contact. Tegan Brown going to the stripe for two.
And Tegan reached immediately for her ankle. Seems okay, though.
A little over 16 seconds here to go in this first quarter.
So, going forward, I think the main issue has been getting shooters open. What do you want to see from them moving forward?
You know, they just got to find open shots off the screen and
yeah, of course. I also want to see them be a little bit quicker.
Definitely off the screen.
off the screen and committing to the pass because they see it, but then the defender's there. Commit to that pass so the next one's open.
Brown with her second free throw. That one's good. So do you suspect Granite Bay to take all the clock here and get a last shot, making sure Oak Ridge does not get another shot off?
I'm hoping for a good defensive possession, but yeah, I think this will take up all the time.
Granite Bay now has Riley up top, deep three, good if it goes, just a little long. And that's how this first quarter ends. Granite Bay up by 1, 12-11. We have got a close one here, folks. Stay tuned. Thanks for joining us here, free on YouTube. Trojan Pride Sports Marketing. We'll be back after this. I have Brent listening to you.
So our tweet of the night comes from Nico Horning. Big shout out on Twitter for the broadcast team. Pushin' P. Big respects. Aiden Pauly and Nico Horning on the call tonight with Quentin Reynolds on the camera, Reed McIntosh on the stats and technology. So thanks for Pushin' P from Nico Horning. Back to the action.
And we're back here. Start of the second quarter, Granite Bay up 1. They'll get the first possession here. Howells on the near corner. Now up top to Cotterill. Julia Riley with the rock in her hands. Gets it inside and tipped by Lauren Marsh out of bounds. Granite Bay will remain with the possession here. You know, Aiden, Julianne Cotterill, the center, I don't know about you, but she's been playing a lot out on the perimeter. And are you for that move by Granite Bay?
Of course, it opens up inside for some of the smaller guards. And as
Cotterill gets the floater there.
another thing we saw was Ella Ray was pulled early after 2 turnovers.
Julia Riley now with the steal. It's her against 3 Oak Ridge defenders, and the Trojans do get the defensive stop. Now it's a 3-on-1. Edwards inside to Ray, does a little spin move off the glass, draws the contact. Ella Ray going to the line for 2.
As I was saying, they pulled Ella Ray early after 2 back-to-back turnovers, and she's kind of the, even on the perimeter, I'd say she's one of our better defenders. Just troubling opposing players with her height, and with her out so quickly. We had communication, but we didn't have the shot, the pressure on that outside shots, which opened up her to get inside and opened up an interior presence for the smaller point guards, which was driven by that outside play.
Reagan got him, picked up her first foul there, number 22, as Robertson in the far corner misses the 3. A little long and out of bounds. Oak Ridge will take over.
We've seen a lot more, a lot better shooting from outside the arc from Oak Ridge tonight than we've seen. At least a better start, but it's really just been Teagan. Want to see get some other shooters open.
So Coach White electing to go with the freshman point guard Sophia Williams here, as Edwards had it knocked away by Riley. Now up top, Brown over to Edwards. Almost a steal by Howes. Trojans will have 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. More than enough time to get a shot off.
Of course. They're trying to get it to Ella Ray as she has a smaller defender on her, but we haven't really
Williams,
been
2
able
on the
to get
shot
her
clock.
cleanly.
Over to Brown in the corner, just misses. Edwards shoots. No good. Ray with the offensive rebound. Spins out and taken by Granite Bay.
And you got to make at least one of those. Multiple.
Tough foul there. Charge to Sophia Williams. It was a 2-on-2, a fast break. That was Julia Riley driving towards the basket, but Williams with a smart foul there.
Yeah. Kind of backpedaling, unable to really turn her hips around. So just hold her down and hope she misses.
Delaney will come back in for Ava Edwards.
Looking forward, I want to see Ella a bit more out on the perimeter on these next few possessions.
So Brown and Williams, the backcourt. Delaney, top of the arc, three-pointer, just misses. And Julia Riley and the Grizzlies with the rebound, pushing the other way. Here's Howes.
We've cooled off recently a little bit from outside the arc. Let's work on getting it inside, but getting it inside by pulling the center out to create space for the guards. And got her on steps there.
Sydney Howes, the travel under the basket. Oak Ridge will take over. So we talked about Granite Bay. They did have a game after Whitney. That was my bad. They actually played at Golden One Center against Rio Americano. They won 63-42. This past Saturday was a matinee 12 o'clock start. And that's really cool for these girls to be able to go out and play at Golden One Center. What an experience for them.
Seriously. It was a tough shot there, almost went in. Yeah, what an experience. I mean, playing under the lights, in the crowd, I couldn't imagine how that must feel like for the players.
Well, the Grizzlies get to play at Golden One, and Trojans are just struggling to keep the ball in their hands as Coach White is a little furious over there on the bench, telling his bench players right now, we're not playing hot potato. Nonetheless, here's Riley. The left post gets a lucky bounce. That one's off the top of the glass and in.
We aren't forcing the turnovers that we forced earlier either, and that's a careless mistake. Just threw it out of bounds.
Oak Ridge is just gifting Granite Bay opportunities here, and they're taking advantage. They're driving towards the basket and doing their part.
No, oh, unlucky bounce.
2-on-1 for a minute. Oak Ridge able to get back. Howes now stolen by Liv Jurgensen, and Brown is running the other way.
We've had turnovers, and the offense has kind of looked stagnant. Teagan pulls the three, but the defensive pressure as soon as Ella Ray came in was a lot better.
So let's set the lineups for you. Sophia Williams, the freshman point guard there, defending Cotterell at the top. Now inside to Riley. Sydney Howes going to drive in, and she stepped out of bounds. Oak Ridge will take over. So Williams, Ella Ray, the center, Teagan Brown. Now Crandall actually comes in for Williams, and then Liv Jurgensen into the ballgame as well. And can't forget about Lily Delaney.
Of course. And I've been happy with the defensive pressure inside this game. Big turnaround this last game, but our shot creation hasn't been there. As we run the same play to get Teagan open.
Teagan just unable to grab the ball there in the corner. Far side of your screen, and it goes out of bounds by the Oak Ridge cheerleaders. They'll be having a little halftime performance coming up. 18-12, Granite Bay. And Oak Ridge with nice hands there.
Yeah, good jump on the pass, kind of telegraphed it, and easy read, just unfortunate we couldn't hold on to it. Immediate double.
Taken away by Oak Ridge. Here's Delaney. Over to Brown. Brown has space to work. Far corner, draws a couple defenders by, decides to go for the three, but leaves it short.
Want to see a little bit more patience. We know she can make them, but they aren't falling right now.
And off the backboard, attempting a three was Riley Robertson. No good. Here's Brown the other way. Over to Crannell. She'll attempt a three. Can the Trojans get one to fall? They cannot. Ray tracks it. Gets it to Crannell. Nice pass, almost taken away.
That's a good.
But got him.
It's a good defensive jump there. I didn't think she would have had the reach to get there.
Ella Ray working inside, off the glass and in.
I mean, an obvious choice with the smaller defender. Good shot.
Definitely. You know, you keep talking about driving inside. Play through Ella Ray now. I mean, Brown's been a little cold on the three-point shooting. So we'll see what the Trojans can do here with 3 minutes to go in the second, down 4. And that one's blocked by Jurgensen.
Good block. And Jessica had the tip from behind. I really liked how Jessica's played past few games. High effort defensive player and kind of runs this offense well. And going back to your point about getting inside, it gets overlooked how much an offense is able to breathe when the ball moves in to out.
Right.
If you're trying to swing it around the perimeter, it's not as hard of a defensive possession because all the defenders are already there. When you're running in, it forces defenders to collapse, and that's where our shooters will get open, and they'll start falling. They just haven't been open.
Great point there, Aiden. So once again, super happy to have you joining us here on this Wednesday night.
Happy to have you joining us. You've been doing a great job on the PA. Your call last night was amazing.
Thanks, buddy.
And yeah, it's good to have you in the booth.
Always fun trying out new stuff, especially with commentating. You know, you have public address announcing. You're calling the players, you're calling the fouls for the arena, and then you hop on the mic, play-by-play, color. So Granite Bay now under 3 minutes, swinging around the perimeter.
They lead 18-14.
They do. Riley gets her own miss.
Call that
gets it to go.
20-14. Oak Ridge wasting no time to get this ball back.
Crannell with the rock. Feeds it to Ella Ray. Nice dish to Crannell. She hands it off and scores.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Pulling centers to create space inside. And if they collapse on you, you have shooters open. That's the exact offense I want to see from Oak Ridge.
Near corner, three-point attempt is good. Riley Robertson able to knock it down. So with Granite Bay up 7, you want to see Oak Ridge try and get this down to 4 heading into halftime? How happy would you be about that?
With 2 minutes left and the way they're playing offense, I want to see them pull this lead down to 2.
Okay.
I feel like the possessions are there. We're going to have the time, and if we play the style of offense we're playing these past few possessions, I think we can get it back down. It's just going to take a little bit more effort on the defensive end.
So Brown at the stripe, unable to hit the first.
Brown struggling tonight shooting the ball. Had 2 threes early.
And sometimes when you're struggling shooting the ball, helps to knock down a free throw. There it is. Gets to see the ball go in the basket with her own eyes. We'll see if that changes anything for Tegan Brown.
Of course, they call them get-right free throws. Just kind of set your mind right. See the ball go in once or twice. Some good defense from Jessica.
So 3-point attempt by Julia Riley, no good. Delaney tried to save it, and Granite Bay got it back. Now kicks it out to the top. Cotterill. Tenfani looking for room. Stolen by Liv Jurgensen. It's a 3-on-1 for Oak Ridge. Jurgensen drives. Nice block. What a rejection by Cotterill. Gets the ball back. Riley, little Euro inside, just misses. Ella Ray with the rebound, 2 hands. Jurgensen finds Ray inside, gathers her dribble and scores.
Exactly what you need to do. Get out, open space, and wait for your help when it's not there. If the shots are there, take it. But if it's not there, wait for your help. You always got another person coming.
You're gonna have a better shot.
Yeah.
Especially in high school. 30-second shot clock.
Of
Plenty
course.
of time. Plenty
Yes.
of time.
As this leads down to 4. And Oak Ridge will have possession.
Brown decides to go inside, makes the right decision. And guess what? Oak Ridge is down 2. You called it, Aiden.
It's exactly what I wanted to see, and that was impressive. That was an impressive hang time on the lay there.
Now stolen by Brown. It's a 3-on-1. Gets it up floor to Delaney. Easy layup.
Hey,
Gets
there
it to
it
go.
is.
And we're all tied up here at 23 with 35 seconds to go in the first half.
And you know the turnovers as we get another one. That's been driving this offense.
Brown waits for her star center, Ella Ray. Now in the corner, Jurgensen just misses a 3. And Granite Bay will likely hold here for the last shot.
I liked that shot there. She had it, had no hesitation, pulled immediately.
So after Oak Ridge was down 7, they've now climbed their way back into this one, all tied at 23, 7 seconds. The shot clock is off. Here's Howes over at the top of the arc. Riley Robertson, 3 is no good. And Oak Ridge ending with a 7-0 run, 10 the first half. We're tied at 23. Aiden, you said get within 2 with 2 minutes. They did it with 1 minute, and we're all tied up now at 23.
And I mean, and it started with defense. It started with getting turnovers, collecting the ball. If you have more, if you're taking more shots, more go in.
So thanks for joining us here. We'll be back for second half action soon. We're going to take a little break. And thanks for tuning in, TPSM.
All right, welcome back. This is the third quarter of Trojan basketball, tied up 23-23 through the first half. Granite Bay was off to a surging start, but the Trojans were able to come back and tie it through half. So it's a whole new ball game. Fresh start here, Reed. This is Luke Stewart alongside on play-by-play and Reed McIntosh on color.
Riley Robertson throws up the shot, bounces off.
Last quarter, the Trojans got up a lot of shots, and they were finally starting to fall. But that first quarter only got a few points. It was a couple wing threes by Tegan Brown. She was hot in that corner last game and has hit a few this game. We'll see if she can continue that through the second half.
When Tegan gets some space on the three line, she does not miss.
Most definitely. Even if the defender is in front of her, hand up, she will pull that trigger. She's very confident in the shot, and right now we got her alongside Ella Ray on the floor, both playing for D1 programs in the future for collegiate basketball. Cotterill passes it away. Brown gets it. Layup a little short. Crannell right there. The sophomore for the Trojans. She was Athlete of the Year her freshman year. Definitely a strong starter for Coach White. There's Riley. Dishes it off to Robertson. Pardon me, Cotterill. Getting double teamed up at the half.
Cotterill is stuck right near the half-court line, not able to dribble, and no one came to her rescue. Oak Ridge able to get the ball. Tegan on the inbound to Crannell.
See Delaney.
Hellwig open in the paint.
Delaney's running that baseline in the bottom right of your screen. LRA puts up a shot. Can't get it to hit.
That is Granite Bay's ball off the missed shot.
So Coach White having his girls full press here.
Delaney playing nice defense. Granite Bay has to be close to 8 seconds there. Goes out of bounds off Brown's hands though.
Here's Robertson to Cotterill. Double team just like last play. Passed away, Ray to Brown. Pushing it up to Delaney. Crannell's on the left side, puts it up. Another two-pointer. She's gotten a couple of those tonight, consistent.
Crannell does a nice job of getting open in the paint right under the bucket, able to put up the easy shot.
Good steal there by Brown going up with her left. Easy 2 points. 29-23, full timeout by Granite Bay trying to stop the Trojans' momentum. So Granite Bay has not been able to put one through the hole, and the Trojans are up by 6.
Yeah, so far this quarter, Oak Ridge has put up good defense on that full court press, not letting Granite Bay advance to front court too early and making them struggle, especially with the shot clock.
Yep, that off-ball defense by Granite Bay has been struggling, so Crannell has just been able to camp under the net on the left side and put up some easy layups.
It's a full timeout. Again, I'd like to give a shout out to our Trojan Pride sports marketing team. See up here right behind me. Broadcasting this game. This game can be found for free on YouTube on demand. Just search Trojan Pride sports marketing.
Getting another shout out by the PA. Definitely takes a team. We can run down who we got. We got Quentin Reynolds on camera, Reed McIntosh on color. I'm on play-by-play. We're just stepping in for the third quarter while Nico Horning and Aiden Pauly take a break. They were in the first half, and they will resume for the fourth quarter of play.
Looks like Coach Steve White's going over some of the plays that maybe he wants to see. Took the full timeout there, so had lots of time to discuss with his team.
See if they continue the full press, which it looks like they will.
They have Ella Ray deep.
Yep, in the backcourt. Here's Cotterill working it over. There's Riley. Wright dishes it off, back to Riley. Takes a deep three as Riley with the shot clock winding down.
Granite Bay once again in shot clock trouble.
Pull up by Crannell.
That's why Ella Ray is so important to this team. Getting the rebound, passes out to Delaney, gets the three.
Trojans surging ahead. That timeout did not stop their momentum. Here's Wright working her way in, trying to work past the 6'3" center, Ella Ray. Grizzly coach calling out motion as Robertson passes it off to Riley. Puts up the shot with her left, tries to get the floater to fall.
Hellwig passing to Delaney.
Good screen there by Ray. Little screen and roll there. Passes it off to Hellwig.
Looks like her arm got hit on that no call. Tegan able to put it back up though.
Back into the press break.
Crandall wants to play again, playing good defense. This duo of Delaney and Crandall.
Finally, they find the open man. That's what you got to do with that press break, and it's good. Three-pointer to fall for the guard, Madison Wright, pardon me. So Delaney's running that baseline off the ball. There's Hellwig cutting in. Puts it up with the left, but it is called a travel.
Overall, though, Hellwig's been doing a great job of getting open, just like Crandall, near the paint, get those free buckets. Granite Bay is really struggling out of this full court press. Hits off the knee, that is Madison Wright, kicks it out of bounds. I'd like to mention Ella Ray doing a good job of covering the person that's deep for Granite Bay, not allowing them that option.
Crandall heading up the offense here, going to the right wing. Catches Brown to Delaney. Good catch there, that was 21 Kittle. Crandall breaks loose, getting double teamed. There's an open man. Ella Ray working in the paint.
Tries to put it up and draw the foul, doesn't get it.
She's a solid free throw shooter, so it's not a bad strategy. Here's Wright from three. Freshman guard Jurgensen is going to be checking in.
Delaney coming out after doing such a good job there on defense, getting Granite Bay into that shot clock trouble.
There's Crandall on a fast break. It's going to be a one-on-one.
Crandall with the right hand puts it up.
That's 6 on the quarter for Crandall, all layups. Trojans are up by 10. Being pushed up quickly here by the Grizzlies. Couldn't handle the speed as Wright. Going to be a Grizzly ball once again. Looks like Ray might have tipped it at the bottom of the key.
Yeah, that's what Granite Bay is going to start to have to do, and get that box, pass the ball around, make the defense move, and get out of that full court press.
Tanfani falling backwards is able to dish it out to Riley. Robinson, a long pass over to the open man. That's Tafani. Can't get it to fall. Brown pushing the court, trying to find Crandall. Risky pass. It's going to be a Grizzly ball. So if you're enjoying the stream, you can stay up to date with everything Oak Ridge basketball by following @TrojanPride80 on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. The handle is in the bottom left hand of the scoreboard.
Tegan Brown dropping back quickly to get on that defense.
Stratton's in the game for the Grizzlies. Tries to look inside to catch Kittle, cannot. Gonzalez is checking in for Stratton for the Grizzlies.
Interesting that Granite Bay still isn't playing full court press. A lot of times once you see one team do it, other team follows.
Especially down 10 points, want to be forcing turnovers. Helwig driving left, fading away. Good pass away there. Should be an open layup here for the Grizzlies. Jurgensen plays defense, might have caught a hand on it. Brown's going to turn it around quickly. She likes that wing. We'll see if she'll pull the trigger.
Grizzlies playing very tight defense on Tegan Brown. Able to get through, though, put it up, it falls. That's 2 for Oak Ridge.
Amazing chemistry by Ray and Brown there. Stepping back on the 3, able to pass it away before it could be a travel, and it's able to fall. It was a long 2.
Granite driving, gets the foul. That foul comes off of Kaylee Kittle.
Not too much foul trouble here as we saw in the men's game last night. The Trojans have 1 and the Grizzlies have 2. Williams and Marsh come in for the Trojans and the Grizzlies have a few.
Crandall's having a great game on both sides of the court, on defense and on offense, making the first free throw there.
Yep, it's one thing to play great defense. You know, it takes a lot of hard work, perseverance, but then making shots on the offensive end while having heavy arms. That's a special athlete right there, and Crandall has done just that. Mr. White's going to give her a rest here, but she's made several key layups for the Trojan run here in the third. Remember, it was tied at 23s to start the quarter, but the Trojans have surged ahead and are now up 12. Driving inside here is Gotham, kicks it out. Quick swing around to Riley for the 3 ball. Marsh is just going to let it go.
Good job of letting it go there. No one for the Grizzlies was able to get to it in time.
So Brown and Ray are both out for the Trojans. Definitely a freshman presence here. We got Williams and Jurgensen in the game. There's Williams up to the top of the key. Jurgensen dribbling to the top off Williams. Jurgensen working inside, guarded by 3. Williams takes a long shot.
Oak Ridge just trying to keep this 12-point lead going into the 4th quarter.
So 2 Williams in for the Trojans. Number 5, the freshman, is Sophia Williams, and Brooke Williams is the center, number 35. So coming to a close here in the third, this has been Luke Stewart on the play-by-play and Reed McIntosh on color. Trojans had an excellent half, limiting the Grizzlies to only 5 points. Any closing thoughts, Reed?
You know, we talked a lot about the full court press Oak Ridge was playing, but I'd also like to mention how good they were on transition defense. Once Granite Bay broke through that full court press, able to get back in time and still play great defense.
Definitely. So we're going to put up a feedback QR code here. If you'd like to give us some feedback on the stream, good or bad, anything, we'd love to hear it. It's a quick Google form, just a few questions. We'll leave it up for a little bit, and Nico Horning and Aiden Pauley will be back with some 4th quarter Trojan action. So signing off is Reed McIntosh and Luke Stewart.
I'd also like to mention before we go, we're also broadcasting this game for free on the Game Mic app. Go to the App Store, search up Game Mic, GAMEMIC. Mason's on the call over there if you want to listen to that. No video there, just audio.
Yep, great. If you're not able to watch, you're going for a car ride or something on the way to the store, you can throw on the radio.
It actually seems that I am now commentating the 4th quarter as well. Just heard from the booth.
Are we really? Are we
Yes.
doing the 4th? I think we'll give it back. So here's Nico Horning and Aiden Pauley.
Nico and Aiden back. Quarter action. Luke and Reed doing a nice job in the third. And Aiden, I heard you got a quarter recap for us. So take it away for a couple minutes. Do what you got to do.
You know, I was able to get a closer look, and I want to point out 2 names here. Jessica was really the leader in that quarter, that third quarter. She was able to run the offense. Again, that's number 22, Jessica Crandall. She was able to really run the offense. And she not only is she a good defender, but calling screens, calling plays, and really getting active throughout that quarter. And then defensively, I hadn't realized, being up here and trying to focus on talking, how good of a defender Abby Helwig is and how much she talks on defense. She's pointing out the screens, she's pointing out people in the corner. She's really been the defensive leader, even though she doesn't show up as much in the stat sheet.
So Oak Ridge up 12 here to get things started, and Riley driving inside, kicking it out. Very long three ball off the glass and no good. Attempted by Reagan Gottem. Brown the other way. Had Williams inside, but she draws the contact and she'll go to the line.
That's a good move and good eye on the ref to call that. Give her some shots for some credit. First free throw.
That one rattles in. So, you know, Aiden, the other thing, I mean, with all these teams that Oak Ridge is playing, every team is ranked in the top 25 in the section for the San Joaquin. You know, there's no easy league wins at all. And
No.
Coach White said that the other day.
And honestly, Oak Ridge in these past few games has kind of looked untouchable. They've been the best. They've been the best so far.
So Oak Ridge takes a 14-point lead. Whistles is blown. Wondering if that was on the shot.
No good there.
And I believe it was. So Riley Robertson will have a chance at 3 free throws at the line here, I believe, if she was behind the line.
Now we have a good lead, but we can't let stuff like that happen. This lead is down to, what is that, 15? 17? Wait, no, 13. Sorry.
Too much math today?
You know, I did have math. Yeah, it was kind of a tough math day today. A lot of new stuff, you know.
You know, 42 minus 29. You put the 42 on top, you put the 29 on the bottom, equals 13, Aiden.
Yeah, that one. All right, now it's 12. Okay. See, 30 is an easy number.
Sophia Williams with the ball at the logo. 6:38 to go here in the fourth. Brown, 3 ball on the far corner, no good. Offensive rebound by Lauren Marsh. Out to Jurgensen, can't get it to go, and Granite Bay will take it up the other way.
You know, they've run that play, the double screen set down, bringing the player from the top of the left wing down baseline into the corner. And it's got shooters open, but that time they took the attention away and got an open shot. Unfortunately, it did not fall.
You know, Granite Bay getting shots up on this possession. None of them able to go. And that'll be a foul on the Grizzlies. Charge to Reagan Gottem.
Liv, part of that big run in the third quarter, gets the rebound there. She may have not been the leading scorer in that quarter, but she played really good defense and was able to hold her own and get out to those open shooters for contests.
Williams, the leader, bringing the ball up the hardwood over to Brown in the near corner. Back out to Williams up top. Trojans swinging around the perimeter. Brooke Williams calls for the ball, just spins out there, out of bounds. It'll stay Oak Ridge ball. You know, Aiden, as we've announced these past couple games for this ladies team, I've been impressed when Brooke Williams gets on the floor. You know, her big defensive presence, really able to change things, and when she calls for the ball, good things happen.
Yeah, and height-wise, she's somewhat undersized compared to a lot of, turnover there. Somewhat undersized as far as a lot of the other centers, but her presence is definitely felt. She's a great rebounder, good box. Kind of gives me a little bit of Dennis Rodman.
And the triple is good in the near corner at the bottom of your screen. Julia Riley able to knock that one down. And that'll get Granite Bay within 9 now. Lauren Marsh going down towards the basket on the right side. Try to get it up and under, hit the rim. And Granite Bay will take it away. Julia Riley.
Jessica
Now in the
Crandall comes to the scores table now.
House. Madison Wright back to Howes. Inside, just able to get a shot up was Gotham. And Howes able to rattle it in. Sydney Howes. So a little bit of a sloppy possession by Granite Bay, but nonetheless able to get one to go.
Both Crandall and LRA coming in the close at this game as this lead is down to 7.
Brown. Nice feed over to Jurgensen. Can't get it to go. And like you said, Crandall and LRA coming back into the ball game for Brooke Williams and Sophia Williams. So Aiden, Granite Bay making a little bit of a run here, now within 7 as Oak Ridge takes a timeout. What does Oak Ridge need to change here?
Well, they brought in LRA, and defensively, the second she comes in, even if she's not touching the ball or playing on-ball defense, she affects this game. Like going up and seeing a person like that just kind of halts the offense when driving. So that'll help, and then some a little bit more leadership from Crandall offensively will definitely help.
So Granite Bay's next game will be this Friday at Rockland. And then next week, 1 week from today, they'll be taking on the #1 Folsom Bulldogs at home. And for your Oak Ridge Trojans, they'll be going to Del Oro on Friday and back here at home 1 week from today against the Whitney Wildcats.
You know, we just played Rockland. Rockland put up a fight, but
They did.
we took care of business there, and I think that would be a good matchup to tune into. I mean, we beat both of them, but by about the same margin. And kind of the same things happened. We got out to a lead, got out on top, and then kind of let that lead slip away.
So Oak Ridge up 7. Granite Bay will get the ball here after the timeout, getting it up floor. Now,
And I just want to point out the
Yeah, go ahead.
defensive pressure from LRA. Didn't even think about driving there.
Madison Wright will be a kicked off, or rather a kicked ball by Crandall.
We need to force some turnovers these next few minutes. That's what gave us that lead in that third quarter. Need to keep up some better defensive pressure.
Gotham looking for teammate Crandall, getting her hands up high
There it is.
and
That's
able to
exactly
take it
what
away.
I'm talking about.
Crandall finds Lauren Marsh on the near corner. Ella Ray fumbles it inside the paint, and Granite Bay takes it away. Here's Julia Riley. Over to Wright for 3. She's got it.
That's a big shot. Brings it down to just 4.
Granite Bay coming back into this ball game with that Madison Wright 3, and an answer by
That's a big
none other
shot.
than Tegan Brown.
Take 1 for 1.
So Brown with the clutch 3 right there. 3:30 mark here in this fourth quarter.
Oh, just gave it to Ella.
Trojans now with the ball. Tegan Brown taking her time, coming up across the midcourt. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time for Oak Ridge to get a good shot off. Lauren Marsh,
Shoot it.
plenty of room. Hits the rim and no good. Trying to hit a triple there. And Julia Riley now gives it over to Cotterill. Riley with the ball, trying to back her way into Tegan Brown. Granite Bay, great ball movement. Madison Wright tried to hit another, could not do so.
Same spot as last time. Just got another hand up there.
Brown, near corner almost.
Tegan looking like the leader right now.
Oh, Ray handed it off to Brown. Brown turned it over. Granite Bay once again with the ball. We'll see what they can do. Cotterill. And the far corner now is Howes. Brown steals it. And Oak Ridge with another defensive steal. Gets it up floor to Jurgensen. scoop and score by Jessica Crannell. And the Trojans are back up by 9 with just over 2 minutes now to go in this fourth quarter, and the time is crunching, Aiden.
Timeout. Granite Bay.
As Granite Bay will take a timeout. Aiden, Oak Ridge
Full timeout. Granite Bay.
up 9 here with now under 2 minutes. And what do you want to see from Granite Bay to try to climb back into this game a little bit? I mean, they've been able to hit the 3 ball here lately, and the Trojans able to knock back
You know,
with a
if,
Tegan Brown triple.
if I'm Granite Bay in this situation, clean up the turnovers and force them on the other end. Both times Granite Bay had lost ground in this game had been to turnovers on the offensive end, and which is just giving them open shots. So it's gonna come down to clean it up if they want to come back in this game.
We'll be back in just a moment after this full timeout.
It's hard, huh? Especially radio. Radio when you're just alone, knowing the bounce off, it's hard. Oak Ridge keeping some more intense defensive pressure here.
Madison Wright up top and over to the right side of the court. Cotterill back to Wright. Wright
Going in.
moves inside, and that one hits
Good
the
contest
shot
there
clock.
from Jurgensen, yeah? Got it, able
Definitely.
to force a high shot.
Oak Ridge passing it around. Helwig. Oak Ridge is going to take their time here or not as Tegan Brown pulls up for 3 and she knocks it down.
We're going to get a replay on that one. That's impressive.
Granite Bay down 12. They got to get a shot off here. Julia Riley does, unable to hit. And a foul by Granite Bay. Oak Ridge looking like they've got this one in the bag.
You know, Tegan kind of established herself, hit a few big shots, and really took over this game. It's nice when you have someone who can hit those big shots.
And for that reason, she is obviously one of the best high school girls here in the Sacramento area. Oak Ridge is going to take all the time in the world they can to pass it around and get the shot clock down, but Helwig travels with 10 seconds left on the shot clock. So Granite Bay with 49 seconds to go, down 12. We'll see what they can do here.
I don't know about that call. Seemed like she had just gotten possession and the whistle was already going to be blown.
Good pressure by Oak Ridge. They caused the turnover. And this game is pretty much over as we wind down the clock here on this Wednesday night. Oak Ridge will improve to 13-4, 2-0 in league play. Granite Bay will fall to 15-5, and they'll be all tied up at 1 in league. We're gonna have a replay of that.
Seems like she.
Get Oak Ridge to 50. Shout out to Reed and Luke on the tech, able to get that replay going for us. I'd also like to shout out Quentin Reynolds on the camera. Kelly Lee here with us tonight. Mason Johnson on the call for Game Mic. And now 20 seconds, Oak Ridge will get the W. Well, this is our last stream for the week. Next week, it'll be the same as this week. There are basketball games taking place Tuesday, Wednesday. Men's will be on Tuesday, women's will be on Wednesday. Be sure to stay updated with what we will stream on the Oak Ridge Parent Square as well as on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Trojan Pride 80. to stay updated with all things sports and our broadcasts here at TPSM. Also, if you'd like to know what we will be streaming, you can follow You can also follow at Nicholas, Nicolas -Horning on Twitter to stay up with what we are streaming as a team here at TPSM and the horns, the horn sounds. It's been a long day. The horn sounds. Oak Ridge will take the W here, 52-38, and that wraps it up. We're going to get a post-game interview, Luke. We're going to have a post-game interview coming your way here in just a moment. So stay tuned. And thanks for joining us here, free on YouTube.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about that third quarter. You were kind of the leader on offense, calling out the plays, calling out possession. What was that like going into a tight game to start the third?
Into a tight game, that's kind of my job as a point guard to control the offense, get everything going. We've been talking about that a lot in practice. We really need someone to step up and start controlling the game, so that's what I was here to do.
And then the second big part of that third quarter was forcing turnovers. You were the lead press person playing up top. What was that a focus at halftime, defensive pressure, or was that something that just kind of you realized was working and went with it?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of both. In the locker room the second half, we really needed to put some pressure on the ball, get some turnovers, get those easy buckets, and that helped us get that win today.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
And we're now joined by Tegan Brown. Tegan, nice win tonight. Your shot wasn't falling early, but you kept shooting, shoot, and it fell at the end there, knocking down a couple triples. How'd it feel tonight? You guys got the W.
Yeah, it definitely started off slow, but we really came out in the third quarter and put it away.
Speaking of the third quarter, you guys were able to score 17 and outscore Granite Bay. They only scored 5 in the third, so that was really the changing point, like you just mentioned. What kind of team effort did you guys have tonight and able to secure this win?
We definitely picked up our defensive intensity and made defense into offense, so that was a good start.
And what have you guys been working on in practice leading up to this game? And then you guys also play on Friday at Del Oro. So what are a couple pointers that Coach White was bringing up during timeouts that you guys can kind of implement into practice the next couple days?
Definitely play offense longer than they can play defense. That's what we've been working on. So we're trying to implement that into our game and practice.
Awesome. And you scored yourself a nice 20 tonight, able to help your team secure a win. So Tegan Brown, thanks for joining us, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you, Nico.
So we're going to wrap it up here with our president, Luke Stewart. I'm Nico Horning, joined by the man himself, Luke Stew, able to join us last minute here tonight for the broadcast. So Luke, what did you see on the game? You know, you were in the call in the third quarter, and that was really the changing quarter for this game, and Oak Ridge took a double-digit lead.
Yeah, definitely. I think the press defense that Oak Ridge was able to put on the Grizzlies was key. You know, Crandall and Delaney, you know, they didn't put up the most amount of points, but they still did the work on the defensive end, kind of the dirty work of the game, doing that press defense down lower in the key. And that really helped them surge ahead in that third quarter because it was tied up 23 to 23 at half. So that third quarter surge of points by the Trojans definitely put them up. Crandall made those key layups. I think she had 3 in a row there. So definitely the defense, I think, is what won it for the Trojans.
And Luke, you talk about these league games and how they're so crucial in the schedule. Coach White said a couple days ago, every team in this league is ranked in the top 25, or in the section rather, and really any game, you don't know what the outcome is going to be. That's why they're so important.
I agree. Yeah, I heard that too. Like, you know, any night in this league, either team can win. There's not an outrageously skilled team, so it's kind of who's got the extra effort, the hard work is going to win you these games, and getting those points in the paint. You know, El Rey for the Trojans is big on that one. So I think the hard work and doing the dirty work, like I mentioned before, with that press is what won the Trojans the game. I'm surprised that the Grizzlies, when they were down 10, they weren't putting on any press defense. So I think coaching also comes into play. Coach White, you know, he's I think on his 27th year of coaching, so his experience in knowing what to do and when to do it was key for the Trojans.
And then the Trojans really did a phenomenal job of defending the CSU Bakersfield commit Julia Riley tonight. You know, she's capable of scoring 37 points and knocking down triples she did a couple weeks ago before the new year against Colfax. And they did a nice job defending her tonight.
I agree. You know, with El Rey in the paint, we saw several times tonight on a couple fast breaks, usually on a one-on-one, you'll drive in, try to make some contact, get an and one of some sort, but they were backing up, doing some retreat dribbles on Ray. They had to kick it back out for a 3, so that definitely deterred big stars. You know, 37 is a big statement, so I'm sure that the Trojans had that on their radar coming into the game, but the big men, you know, 6'3" El Rey was able to stop them.
Well, Oak Ridge will visit Del Oro this Friday, see if they can secure another win. 2 league wins here in a row, one against Rockland and, of course, tonight against Granite Bay. You know, we'd like to shout out our team real quick. We got Reed McIntosh on the computer. If you want to come in the camera here, you can. Mason Johnson on the game mic call. He's going to be joining us on the stream in the next couple weeks. Keller Elite doing some stats. Quentin Reynolds on the camera. And, of course, my partner, Aiden Pauly, if he wants to come into the frame here. There he is, Aiden. Luke, any final thoughts?
No, I'm just happy another Trojan win. You know, they're perfect in league right now. They advanced to 13-4, and Granite Bay Falls 15-5 on the season. So I think the Trojans have a great season ahead of them. I look forward to some playoff basketball here when league wraps up.
And shout out to Bobby on the public address as well. So thanks everyone for tuning in to this production of Trojan Pride Sports Marketing. Be sure to follow us at Trojan Pride 80 on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook to keep up with our upcoming streams and all things sports going around at Oak Ridge. So saying good night, this is Luke Stewart, I'm Nico Horning, and we'll see you soon.